Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Resaurus Jetpack Crash because it's Thursday, so why not Throwback Thursday? Now, I had this figure when I was a kid. Unfortunately, this is not my childhood one because I was a kid. The legs broke off mine multiple times, but I got this figure secondhand, and I have most of the accessories already because buying this figure so many times, so let's do a review on this. And also, this one is actually dedicated to a certain viewer. I think it's Dark Matt. Hi, here you go. Now, there also is a NECA version of this. It's pretty much really spot on compared to this one. So if you want to see that review, I've done that already, so you can click up here for that, or you can wait until the end because I'll have that on a card as well. But without further ado, let's take a look at this figure. Now, this figure, I believe, came out around 98, 99. I can't remember exactly. But point is, when this figure came out, Crash 2 and Crash 3 were relevant. And I was alive for that. I remember going to KB Toys to get these figures. And it was a blast. And at the time, they were only like between $6 to $8. And you got a lot of stuff, and it looked really great. Why it changed? I don't know, but there are a lot of things to like about this figure, despite there being a technically superior figure with NECA. But let's take a look, shall we? Let's take him off his little board and take a closer look. I am scared to do this one-handed. So let's take a closer look at Crash. So, as you can tell, Resaurus has their own look when it comes to their figures, even with the Sonic figures as well. But the thing I love the most about it is I also love the spots they put on the back. I mean, Crash is technically supposed to have them, but you can't really see them too well on the PS1, especially in its original resolution. But in the concept art, it had that. Oh, here we go. TM98. Hey, I guessed it. Good shit. And even though these figures were very limited in articulation because it was meant to be a kid's toy, kinda, they looked very well detailed. I love the way the denim looks on his. I like the way his jeans look. I love that so much. I love the little rivets that you see as well. You can see his little back pockets as well. I love the fact that Crash had jeans back then. I hate wearing jeans now personally, but now Crash doesn't really wear jeans all too much. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't like change. I love the red accent in the hair. I think that looks really great too. I love how they have the shoes and the gloves being black because there's also the Jetpack Crash, yeah. Because there's also the Jetpack Crash that has them all red, which I understand why they did that too, but I personally like the way this is painted better. And there's something about that smile that I love. I don't know, the Resaurus did it really well. NECA, on the other hand, did not. They made that thing look freaking terrifying. I love the nice fade from the belly, like, going up. They really don't make them the way they used to. Now, this figure is very limited in articulation. We got a shoulder joint up here. They only go up and down. We got a leg going up and down. And since he's stuck in a pose, you pose his legs, and then he's like sitting and doing a flip. Looks really awkward, but you can do it. And there's also a wrist swivel, but if you get this figure, for the love of God, don't touch it. Because the figure is so fragile, it's probably gonna snap on you. No lie, doing that right now scared the living crap out of me. But keep in mind, there's also two different versions of this figure. So as you can tell with his back foot, it is actually kicked up, like it's bent. I believe the original release had two flat feet, but unfortunately, Crash couldn't stay on his board all too well, so they modified it to have this one so he can press it against the little engine on the board so he can stand up without falling over. I do have the original release as well, but that's in box. And I would show you on camera, but it's hanging up, and it's really big for the frame. I can't really show you all too well. Just take my word for it. And also a great thing about these figures is not only the way the figure looks sculpt-wise, and even paintwork as well, but the accessories also really helped it a lot too. And let's first go over the main thing that he comes with, his jet board. Now the jet board has a little peg on it, so that just slips right into his foot and he's all good to go. I like the way the exhaust looks. Personally, the NECA version does it a lot better because, you know, newer standards, all that jazz, higher collector grade and all that jazz. But for a kid's toy, this is absolutely freaking awesome, especially for the price back then. Holy crap. There's also supposed to be a fin on the bottom, but I got this figure secondhand and it doesn't have it. Was I sad? Well, absolutely. I think I actually got these things separately. Like, I ordered the board by itself and the figure by itself. I didn't pay a lot of money for the combination, to be honest, so I'm pretty proud of that. And the original one that I had as a kid not only is missing the fin, but it's also missing the stabilizers on the side. So yeah, but I love the paint job. I love the application work on this, because I even see the intro to Crash 3 and I see the board hanging on the wall. I'm like, oh, I have that as a toy. So for an accessory that came with a $6 to $8 figure, this thing does the job extremely well, and it's definitely better than what we get now. And of course, it also comes with a box. You can either put stickers on it, or you don't have to. It's your choice. Normally, you'd get an Aku Aku mask, but with this one, you get the golden Aku Aku mask. This is actually from childhood, by the way. This is the one I had since I was a kid. And same with the crates. I'm really proud of that. You also get a Wampa fruit. Cleanliness varies. Some might be scuffed, some might be clean. I don't know. You also get a green crystal. I don't have a green crystal. I have a red one somewhere. Didn't feel like digging that out though. Couldn't find it, but oh well. Normally it comes in the green crystal. But chances are you're probably getting this thing secondhand unless you really want to collect it in a box. But if you're looking at a figure review, you probably want to play with it or display it somehow. So, yeah. Putting it on, real simple. You just press him on, make sure his back foot is pressed against the engine, and bing bada boom, you got yourself a surfing Crash. Does he look like he's surfing? Well, let's see. Let's put his arm back there, and let's bring this arm backwards. Holy crap, I'm scared. No, not really. He doesn't really look like he's surfing all too well, even if you adjust the wrists. I'm too scared to do that. But he still looks really cool. And also, a fun fact, I'm not sure how many of y'all know this, but there's also a model that you can snap together that has pretty much the same exact mold of Crash, just like this. There's stickers. He shows him on a wave with a crate within the wave. I had one or two of these snap together sets. But you also got to paint it. So I hope you're good at painting. Normally, Crash would be orange. So the fact that he's red here, I'm not sure how many of y'all are going to feel about that. I personally think it's a good look for the Resaurus sake. I don't know, Resaurus has their own take on their figures, and I like it. I think it has a good aesthetic. I didn't mind. I had a Crash action figure. Woo. But do I recommend this one over the NECA? I don't know. The NECA one might be really cheap right now because they're just trying to push them out. Nobody wants them apparently. So if you can find that for like 25 bucks, go for it. Why not? But the original Resaurus does have its own unique take, and I don't know, I've had it as a kid, so nostalgia is also really playing into the factor, but I just love the way it looks. Like, it screams the 90s era. Like, it's just so neat. I also have the Jetpack Crash for comparison as well. I also do have the NECA Jetboard Crash, but I'm not going to compare that right now because I don't feel like grabbing him. But if you do want to see that comparison, you can check out the review for that figure, because I've done it there. With the Jetpack on, he has a hard time standing, but luckily the figures sometimes come with stands, so you can do that if you want. And he also has a stand in his foot, so if you want to put him on the Jetboard, by all means. You know what? Yeah! Yeah! OP Crash Bandicoot. Surprisingly, I never did this as a kid, because I wasn't at all inspired, but there you go. That's an option. Also, fun fact, there was a release of the Jetboard Crash with these legs as well, just repainted. So man, you can have Crash flying in the air and then coming down to Earth and slamming into the water with his jetboard. Man, and then he can go fast. What a champ. And then they can go off ramps and be flying. Man, he can get some nice air there. Then we got this Crash over here, like, putting his arms up. Hey, you took my board. Thanks, dick. So, do I recommend picking up the Resaurus Crash? Honestly, absolutely. If you were very nostalgic for Crash back in the day, even if you're not, I think it's still a fun collectible. I think they still look good to this day. It's just tough finding them for a good price now. Like, you can find them by himself, you can find them in a box. Like, they vary in price. Sometimes you can get them for like 50 bucks or less. If you find it for less than $50, I don't care if you're broke. Find a way to get it. And also, fun fact, there's also a keychain of this Crash figure. I think it was just a figure by himself. But yeah, it's just pretty much this figure, and then a keychain just like screwed into it. Yeah, Resaurus released that as well. I remember seeing that stuff in stores. I think I may have had one, maybe. I don't remember. I hope I did. I really hope I did. I have a vague memory of having it. Either that, or it's just me wishing that I had it so bad that I just believe that it's true. I don't know. Point is, it's a good figure. Buy it. Even if you didn't grow up with Crash back in the day, he's still a cool figure to have. Unless you don't like the aesthetic, then that's on you, boo. But the old school Crash figures definitely look great. So that's pretty much all I gotta say. So if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. Also, let me know in the comments if you want me to review more Crash Bandicoot figures. I've done a review of the Jetpack Crash back in the day. You probably already saw that already, maybe. Stumbled across the internet. I've done a couple of reviews on the NECA ones as well. I just haven't done reviews on the Jetpack Crash or the Scuba Crash. So if you want me to do reviews for those, by all means, or if you want me to review any other figure in my collection, I don't know, check out my room tour. You'll see what all I got. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Dark Matt, I hope this helped you. I hope you like this. And check out my Instagram, because I have a lot of figures on there too. Anyway, thank you for watching. I love you guys. And I'll see you on the next one. So peace, peace.